Yo, welcome to the Table Talk podcast, where we sit down, pull up a chair, and we get started. This podcast is designed to provide you packed full of information to help you with your training, nutrition, lifestyle, and well-being, where we interview myself through case studies to give you lifetime experience. And then we also interview high-performing individuals or other career-focused people who are looking to make changes in their lifestyle, training, nutrition, and well-being. So let's pull up that chair and let's go. All right, let's go. Welcome to Table Talk, where we have a man with just a black bottle. He's staying hydrated. He's got water. He's probably already had a Jocko, just like myself. It is George, and if I butcher it, Tsoukalas. This is the man who runs. To nail it?
No, but that's okay.
Okay,
you're nailing it.
You will introduce yourself probably in a little more detail, put some stories out. But this is a man that I met, I think 3 years ago. Someone running a facility, GT Fitness and Performance. And he was someone who stood out to me at a mastermind event, which for those that are curious, what's a mastermind event? That is a great question. So mastermind event is people that get together, share ideas, concepts, and there's someone who is the mentor that kind of supports and nurtures people, which is Mr. Tobre, Mark Tobre. It's called the Wolf Pack. Along comes this guy called George. Now, I don't know if I've told George this, though I was quite emotional 3 or 4 years ago back then, and I was a little bit like, oh, who's this guy? Like, he was having all this success during COVID because he really wouldn't settle for no. He really just came with an intention to help people. And it was really for me kind of, because I was in COVID, I went introvert. And so as my partner would say, she hated me at that time. And so he actually helped me get a new perspective or refresh the perspective of really like why we do what we do. So he went from 0 to like fully booked all through COVID. So the toughest of tough times. And, I soon realized that I was getting in my own way and really just started to not have a guard up and got to know this guy. And long and behold, 3 years later, we now catch up on every 3 months, a few of us get some steak, connect, and short stories are told. And this is George, which then led us to a thing called slap theory. And
we're straight into it.
Well, we're straight into it because that's how we met George. That's how we connected, and that's where we are today. And that is why we are coming onto the podcast, Table Talk, to talk about George's history. We'll do a short segment on that, and then we're going to go into the real purpose because we'll do that part later. But we're here to talk about slap theory. This, for anyone that is listening, is the podcast. This is the episode that you should put, save, repeat, and continually dive deep into. So, George, welcome to Table Talk. It's great,
mate. What an introduction! I'm flattered. I didn't know about the who the fuck is this guy? So reaction. That's good to know. That's even more fun.
That's and then when you started talking more and more, I was like, this guy switched on. Holy fuck!
Oh,
what is this?
I think, to be fair,
what is Bark? What is One Player? Yeah,
it's whatever I could get my hands on is what it was. I think I was pretty quiet in the beginning, just because I was so my experience, because I would look at like you, Mike, Francois, and I'd be like, oh, look at the level, man. Like there's a big gap between me and these guys. I need to catch up. So I would just keep my head down, listen to everybody, take notes, get onto the website and do all the learning that Mark had organized for us, and just try to upskill. Like I need to be better. I need to be humble. So I wouldn't talk too much. I just wanted to listen and know my place.
But now, like 3 years later, you've got your own place in Peakhurst.
Yeah, Peakhurst.
Own facility, 221 square meters.
That's all right. Good memory.
Upstairs, soon to be fully decked out recovery facility.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep. Sauna, massage, physio, and a self-filtering plunge pool. Have you got it?
Not yet. I'm looking at a few other things first.
I've convinced Kate. She's having a look at it. She's checking it. Do you know it's about the size? It's smaller than our stand-up desk.
Yeah, it doesn't take much space, and there's only I was thinking it's like 230 liters or something. So like the weight's not too bad. But it definitely gets the job done. And there's not much difference. I was looking at the difference between like the commercial use ones and the regular ones. It's just the ability to fit more than one person in. I don't know about you. I don't want anyone in the pool with me when I do a cold plunge. I'm going to do it solo.
Have toes touching? Oh,
No way. No toe touching. No way. That's cheating. Toe touching is cheating.
Well, it's interesting because I do cold plunges once a week with Dan Henderson, and we walk in, so like we don't rock the plunge pool, and it's like you get in state. There is nothing worse than someone jumping in the plunge pool. There's waves and it's hitting your face, and you're like, motherfucker. Like it's great. You're in state, and then you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Cold, yeah. I struggle with the cold, which is also why I want to get it as well, just to force myself to do something that sucks every day. But
it's not
but like I remember doing like the ice baths and just at first joking around and then like getting really serious because I was going to get out. If I didn't get serious, I can't imagine people jumping in and then water hitting your face.
Well,
no thanks.
I can't talk. I actually go full. I like plunge in, head in. Oh, love it. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, it's good. Awesome.
Before we talk about sleep theory, good sir, tell us more about yourself, GT Performance, health, fitness and performance, and your facility. For those that may be in Peakhurst, being like, I like slap theory, but where is this man?
Slap theory. I'm still laughing at the fact that we're going to go over that. But anyways, man, you introed me better than I can intro myself. Like I'm a humble PT from Peakhurst. That's what I am. No, we do all one-on-one personal training here. So it's a appointment-only facility in Peakhurst. I have a team of 4 trainers with me as well who are all awesome and high level. And basically, like, we just want to raise the standard. This is like kind of what's been passed on to me from being around people like yourself and Mike and being mentored by Mark, is just to have that higher standard of personal training and of helping people. So for the lack of a better word, I think it is a very holistic approach because we do look at nutrition, look at stress, sleep, all sorts of lifestyle factors, as well as training people. I've never been a fan of just making people tired and then sending them on their way. That's never been my approach. I've always valued what happens outside the session, even when, to be honest, I wasn't that good. I think I still had that genuine approach where I was looking at those outside factors and trying to make them healthier overall. So that's what we do here. It's one-on-one. It's specialized. It's tailored to the individual, and I feel it's a very unique experience that they would struggle to get elsewhere.
And dogs are allowed in the gym.
Dogs are a must in the gym.
Must. Scarlet's included. Husky. Switched on dog.
It's funny though, like you attract people like yourself because everybody in the gym just about has a dog. Everybody likes dogs. They all get excited. At first, I was kind of nervous when we brought Ronnie Brandon's dog in. I was a bit nervous that people were going to be upset or maybe allergic or something. But everyone was excited, and then they were getting upset when he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I'll go, he has a little spot. I'll go check if he's there or not. And it's cool to have a community that are also like-minded and get along. Kind of people you want around you. It's pretty cool.
Very nice. So that is Peakhurst, and that's George. All right, now for the purpose of today's conversation, slap theory.
Slap theory. So, you love slap theory, hey?
So for those that are curious, what is slap theory? Well, we'll get into that in just a moment. But I want you to think you're walking down the street or you're having a meeting with someone and someone just does something inappropriate. Someone maybe, or you could be driving, someone doesn't indicate, they cut you off, you honk your horn, and or you've had an argument or you've had something happen and you're like, man, wish I could have done this. Or, you see, like case in point, this is one thing that I find comical is that, you see there's a police officer and then you see someone else, jaywalking or they're on their bike and they don't wear a helmet and then you do it and the cop pulls you over and you're like, what the hell? So it's a little bit, sometimes you feel it's unjust or you feel you want to take justice into your own hand. Well, slap theory is here. This is if George is going for president, to be a president or the prime minister of a country, this is his first ruling, slap 100%. Theory. So, yes. George, tell us more about this revolutionary, game-changing concept that we should probably all adapt.
Oh man, you've sold it so well already. You've hyped it up. I can't match you. First of all, my word is inconsiderate. This is a method to deal with the inconsiderate people out there. Slut theory, honestly, the story's pretty bad, I guess, how the concept came to my mind. But I was just talking to someone like one day, and it was just unnecessarily rude. I felt it was just unnecessarily rude to me, and I thought to myself, if I could,
It's not me.
if I could slap you without consequence, you'd be careful and you would treat me like a human being. We wouldn't talk to each other this way. See, I've always had that idea of like I shouldn't talk to people badly. Like I don't know, like it's like understand that you should talk to people about it. I think it should be a simple thing that everyone does, but some people don't get it, Carl. And you know what would solve it? It'd be a slap. So my slap theory. My slap theory is that if we gave, I think you still deliver this better than me, even though it was my idea. But I think we need a rule where once a year, everyone gets one slap a year that you can deliver without consequence. So, like you said, someone cuts you off, someone's rude, unnecessarily rude to you. It's inconsiderate people who need to act better in public. You can slap them and not get in trouble. And they basically can't retaliate unless they have a slap banked up as well. Right? So they can retaliate, but if they have no slaps left,
You just
then
have to
they're the ones that could get in trouble. The idea behind it is if you're a crappy person, you're going to get slapped a lot. You might get slapped 20 times in 1 year, but you only have one that you can retaliate with, so you can't slap those 20 people back. And if you're a good person, you shouldn't really get slapped at all, maybe as a joke. So if you're like, I guess, rude or inconsiderate, then you have to start thinking about your actions because the person might smack you on it if you do. What do you think? Accurate summary of slap rule, Carl?
So there you have it, people. So if you are an inconsiderate person and someone has a slap, they could potentially slap you across the face and there's nothing you can do about it.
I feel like the slap is very tame. It's more disrespectful than painful.
Open
a little bit painful. But
well, yeah, like because a fist is like you feel like there's aggression there. Where an open,
yeah,
plus
it's like putting you in the place.
It's
Putting you in your place. I think it would work.
Right,
I think it would work. Yeah, just a little policing that bad behavior, you know, a little bit of justice.
Yeah. Now, bear with me, everyone. I know we're all enthusiastic about this. However, it could never be so good. This is now us going into problem-solving mode or criticism. So we're going to bombard George with questions on this.
Oh, here we go.
This is the documentary.
Slap theory.
Here we have George Tsoukalas and his slap theory, where we will approach it with questions with care, not to get slapped. Journey with me into the mind of slap theory. Question number 1. Can we transfer the slap to someone else?
You can only transfer the slap to someone else if you're unable to slap. So if you have an injury or maybe a disability that prevents you from administering the slap, you can have your official slapper. You can have your, I had a term for this, what was it? You can have your designated slapper. That's it. Designated slapper. They can do the slap for you.
Okay, so if a child wants to slap someone and they're like, this hand cannot cause maximal effect of slapness, they can't transfer it because technically they could still slap someone.
Too young. They're too young. I think you have to be over 18 for slap.
Over 18. You have to be legal age to slap.
Yeah. You have to have a legal age to slap. You can't vote, you can't slap. You should vote for me because I'll put this rule in place. But if you can't vote, you can't slap. Come on. You're not going to make good decisions.
Oh my God. That's for the next your next election. Like you get elected and then next election, I will include children in part of slap theory.
I've listened to your complaints and the children will be allowed to slap.
Yeah. Okay, the children to slap. Okay. Okay. Okay, what if I have delicate hands and I don't want to, I'm a hand model, and if I slap this guy, he's so inconsiderate. The slap would be so effective, it would hurt my hand, affecting my career as a hand model. Could I transfer it then?
No. Your first mistake was becoming a hand model. I'm sorry. Yeah, you chose this life, therefore you will take on those consequences of slapping and hurting your hand.
Oh, I just hear
Go
Francois.
climb. Do some climbing or something. What was that?
I just hear Francois, eat more meat, toughen up.
Yeah. He's the best.
Okay, so I like how you've added that. So for those that are curious, how did, there's a little bit back and forth here. So George said originally it was slap theory. I was like, oh, so you could transfer it to anyone. He's like, yeah, you could transfer the slap. I'm like, oh, I'll just transfer it to someone who's bigger than me, bigger hand, more contact. And then what if we made a hand like the size of Australia, just slap everyone at once? He's like, not quite.
No.
So I like how you've confirmed you must be unable to slap to therefore
Yes.
slap.
Of course. You need rules.
Okay.
You need rules.
What if so let's say my hand is, I don't know, let's say it's 6 inches. And I've injured my hand, I can't slap. Do I then have to transfer it with someone with a similar size hand, or can I go bigger?
Use your other hand. Use your other hand. Yeah. We're all about functionality here. We want structural balance. You should be able to slap with both hands.
Okay, well, what if I've broken both my hands in a freak accident?
That's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. Do I?
Yeah, you could transfer.
Any size, or it has to be similar?
Of course. No, the rule's the rule. It could be anyone.
Okay. Very good.
You'd be the guy that would go break both his hands and then get the biggest guy to slap for you.
No, it was an accident. I don't know. It was a freak accident.
Right.
Yeah. For anyone listening, if your hand is bigger than this, yep. So right there, reach out when he becomes the prime minister or president. You're my person.
Yeah.
And we need someone who can accidentally drive over my hands, and I'll also need my accidental surgery.
Oh no.
Okay. So we've got inconsiderate people, and then people that are slapping people. What if hypothetically, of course, I get slapped 20 times? Do I still get my own slap next year? So you say it renews every year?
See, you know what? Like, if you've been slapped 20 times, I don't think you deserve a slap. You're the problem. You need to learn to not be the problem.
Okay.
Hopefully those 20 taught you a lesson.
So I lose my slap for next year.
Yeah. You lose your slap for next year. I think you need to work your way back up, At best, you keep your one and we check it out, see if you can do better. Who's the one person you slapped as well? Let's see who you used your slap on. All right? I've got to see these things.
What if I, let's say I slap someone and they've had no other slaps. Do they get to slap me back because I was such an inconsiderate person? Because I'm at 20.
Do they have any slaps left?
Well, they slapped me, I slapped them in retaliation. And now I've 4-star slaps, but I've accrued 20 slaps because I'm so inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Look at that person and go, you know what, you should slap him again because he really deserved it.
No, it's how many you have. It gets too messy.
Okay.
If they have one, you have one, you've been slapped more, but you both went slap, done. It's over. Anything more than that, there can be consequences.
Yeah, but next year, so we're in the renewal phase now. So we waited 365 days. I'm itchy to slap someone.
Yeah. You got your slap return back. You know how many you have. Yeah.
So I get one more slap.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about the other scenario is that I've kept my slap. I've built resilience. There's so many inconsiderate people. I just want to, but I've waited because, like banks and interest rates, I should accrue more. Been good. I've built resilience not to unleash.
No. I think you need to use it or lose it. Use it or lose a policy.
Okay. So
a lot of people
slap.
Here's what I think would happen. A lot of people would be timid and wouldn't be able to slap someone. They wouldn't have it in them to slap.
What I think will happen. You're Presidente, mate. You run the show.
I'm trying to be humble here. I'm trying to be modest about the situation. I know what will happen, damn it. People won't slap because they'll be scared to slap. So we do slap training for them. Confidence to slap. Find the confidence to slap. So I don't think they should accumulate. I think
to slap.
Use it or lose it, mate. Use it or lose it.
Okay.
Why did you slap anyone? Are you worried to slap people? Was there no one in your life that you could slap?
Is there a way to accrue slaps, like wearing the rubber ducky tie or not?
Wearing the rubber ducky tie?
Yeah, because it comes from 2.5 Men. Remember how he could have wear the tie?
Yeah, no, I forgot all about that. Good old slaps giving. No, I don't think there's a way to accrue the slaps. No way. No way. You've got to use them. Use them or lose them. But if you slap well, you get extras the following year.
What do you mean slap well?
if you slap the right person, like we'll go back to the example of the person being slapped 20 times. If you slap that person, that's a good slap. Clearly, if we look at the numbers, that person deserved the slap. You did well. So you're going to make a better decision to slap the right people. So maybe we should give you 5 next year. Chances are you're going to slap 5 of the right people.
Keeping more people in
I
check.
put way too much thought in this, by the way. Like, this is
That's why we're here.
way too much. It's flawless, but way too much thought. I sound like a crazy person.
Who are you employing to regulate slappiness?
I think we've got to let the first year pan out and see the people who chose wisely, right? And then we can have our slap officers, our slap police that go around and just police inconsiderate behavior, not crimes, just inconsiderate behavior in public.
And so, are they getting infinite slaps to keep people in check?
I think they should. I think they should.
Slap, no, take crap.
Yeah, exactly right. Glove slap, don't take crap.
What's the uniform? So we've got our motto. What's the uniform?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. What do you think the uniform should be?
Well, I was going to say like hand colored, but then I'm like, we're a multi-diverse culture, so I'm like, well, then it's a rainbow. Then I'm like,
Yeah, no miscommunications there. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe some sort of shirt with like a handprint on it. Or they'll have like a bedazzled like hand necklace, like a charm that's a hand all bedazzled. Oh, that's a slap officer. Be careful. Good old slap rule.
And then on the back of it's got the finger. I'll be back.
How crazy does this idea sound? It sounds so ridiculous, but everybody I've had this silly conversation with has gone on their way, and then the next time I see them, they've encountered people where they wish this slap rule was a thing. Always, you go away and you're like, oh, I wish I had slap rule right now.
Well, I think there's actually a website. I don't know what it's called, or I think a friend of ours that we both know, he had an idea, and I think he's got this site called like Slap or the Slap,
Really?
where you would hire someone. So if you go, I don't like this person, instead of you going, you would hire them and they would go over to the house and slap this person and then just go away.
Funny.
So like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, I heard about that. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. That was after we spoke about this as well. Yeah.
I think how you came up with it. You were like, actually, it's funny that you say that.
Yeah. That's great. Surely that's illegal. That's super illegal. You can hire someone online to go slap someone for you. Yeah. Unless I'm in charge.
Let's check. Is it illegal to slap people? In Australia, including New South Wales, slapping someone can indeed be considered a form of assault. Assault is defined as the intentional act of causing apprehension of immediate and unlawful violence under criminal law. Physical contact, such as a slap, falls under the definition. Oh.
There you go. See?
It's interesting, right?
That's my point. Like, consequence at the moment.
Who's going to go to the police and be like, I got slapped? Police officer, how many times? Just once. What happened? I was being super considerate.
It would be.
I don't know.
Depends. I guess it depends. I would hate to be slapped. Like, I would just walk away. Like, I'd walk away embarrassed. Just like, I'm done today. I'm going home.
What if I was to practice swinging? So, I'm training myself to slap people, and someone happened to walk into it as I'm slapping. Would that take you?
Is this a Simpsons reference?
I don't know. You just start swinging my arm, and if you walk into it, it's your own fault.
There it goes. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like, where are you training this? Are you just in public swinging in the air? 2
questions here. One, I'm training to slap someone.
Yeah.
Second is I actually intentionally am going to slap them, though they walk into the slap.
Well, that's a tricky one. I feel like that's an accident, unless it's not.
Okay.
This might be up to debate. This might have to be reviewed. Case by case review.
I'm going to go to the gym because there's boxing bags, but I'm going to just practice my slap and I'm going to build calluses on this hand. Bam.
I like it.
Bam. And someone's then, putting their weights away because some gyms, it's a bit close. And then maybe I slap them. On the back. Where do you have to slap them?
Two good questions here. I've got the answer for the first one. If the person gets in your way and gets slapped, like, that's enough reason to deserve one. Have some spatial awareness.
And technically, that person deserves it. So does
They
that?
deserve it. No way. Like, you're practicing and they don't have the spatial awareness to like stay out of your bubble, out of your personal space. Come on, man. Like, that's a good way to learn.
Then is that like you were inconsiderate? You should have been spatially aware. You've lost your slap.
Why would you lose your slap?
They lost their slap. They get in my way.
No. I don't think they should lose theirs. I just think they can't appeal that. They can't appeal that. You walked into someone's way. That's silly. If you were boxing in that gym and just practicing boxing and someone walked in the way of your punch, would it be assault? No. It'd be like a terrible ability to walk and function as a human. What was your second question? Your second question was good.
So good we forgot about it. So we have
First one was good too.
The second one. No, didn't find it. So the second question was, where do you need to slap them? Like, you catch up with a friend, right? And you slap them on the back.
Good point. No.
It's like, oh, that hurt.
I think to avoid confusion or any other weirdness, it has to be face only. Face only.
I can slap my partner's behind and I'm good. I've still got my slap.
Well, that's up to her.
That hurt. Yeah. That's your slap. What? No.
No.
Please, take them away, boys.
Right. Needs to be clear. Face. Because then you can be like, I was just patting him on the back. But really, you smack the hell out of him.
What if someone's into that and they go, I really want you to slap me?
No.
Give it to me. Give it to me, big man.
You associate with some interesting people. So.
Well, no, we're not discriminating. Everyone has their thing. We know we need to clarify the rules for the future of Presidente George. So, there are going to be people that are going to ask that question. I'm into slaps. Mm-hmm. Do
that's a consensual slap? Yeah. They've given consent to be slapped. That's different. That's not the same action.
So I don't lose my slap.
No. Again, if someone asked you to slap them, you slap them.
Yeah. Right. What if they know they've been super inconsiderate?
Do they know though? Because that's the point of the slap. They need to be slapped because they don't know.
Maybe I'm awareness. I'm an entrepreneur learning about leadership, and I've been a terrible person to people recently because I'm under a lot of stress and pressure, and I've vented out. But I've been lucky enough that these people haven't slapped me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Are you asking would the slap count towards that?
So to balance the world out, I've taken it upon myself to be a better leader, and I've chosen to go to like a brothel, but instead I pay someone to slap me, to put me in my place.
Well, if that's what you're into, man. If that's what you're into, I don't think it that goes in with this ruling. I think that's just your kink, what you like.
Well, there's technically then, because there's people then out there selling their slap.
Selling their slap.
So, instead of me just slapping you being inconsiderate, I'm slapping you because you're paying me to slap you. So do I then...
Yeah, I think that's outside of the ruling. That's just its own thing.
Okay, so if
it has nothing to do with it.
So back to the hand model, I've got soft, delicate hands that with a slight firmness. I can sell my slaps and still have my actual slap.
How would you sell your slap? So sell your slap for them to
I'm going to run a slap clinic.
A slap clinic?
Yeah, slap clinic. Slapping inconsiderate people and not losing your slap.
How would you do that?
$99.95.
So the inconsiderate person has to come in to be slapped.
There are people that know they're inconsiderate. Like, there are people that, they're bossy, like, they're in a position where sometimes they need to be that authority. However, they feel bad. They were nice, then they were harsh, and they were then disciplined because, some people don't always get it, but at the same time, they're learning how to be a better leader. But in that moment, they vented or were a little too firm, and they go, I've been a bad person.
Yeah, I think that's just part of growth, isn't it? And you're just learning to be better.
I've found this loophole, and I've worked out. You know what? I can run a slap clinic for those people, I'll slap them. They'll pay me for that slap. So that's
They
how I can
won't.
earn it. So I can slap people, and they're inconsiderate people. So one, do I lose my slap? And if not, two, do they then technically get that put on their record? Because they've
Yes,
paid for the slap.
I don't think anyone gets a record or loses anything because this sounds like its own thing to get all together. This just sounds like a different business. You don't even need slap rule for this.
Well, this is a business to support your business. I'm all for Presidente George.
El Presidente, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is a different thing, man. You're complicating my slap rule now.
I'm not complicating.
You're complicating it. You're
I'm
talking
not-
about like a leader who is showing poor leadership and then feeling bad about themselves, so then they're going and getting slapped. That's like wanting to be degraded because you did bad. Like, I don't think that's necessary. I think that's something else altogether. This person needs help.
We want to monopolize on this venture. I got to be ready. What if
We're going outside of the purpose. The purpose is just the inconsiderate. This person's had a hard day. They just need someone who can be transparent with them and tell them, "Hey, don't be a dick. I know you're stressed." That's all they need. They need people they can trust in their corner.
what if what if someone I'm defending my Kate's honor? Someone's real inconsiderate, but they're towards Kate, and then I slap him in Kate's honor. Who do I take Kate's slap?
No, that's your slap.
What if she was distraught? Probably wouldn't happen. But what if she was? What if she was emotional, like crying? Oh my god! And she's not in the state there and then to slap him.
I have faith in Kate. I reckon
No,
she finds
I know,
a state.
Terrible.
She finds a state and slaps him into next week.
But what if, what if, because we all have emotional states. Those times when, something happens and then later on you're like, oh, I should have said that, would have nailed him. But someone else is there observing it and they go to defend that person because they're being inconsiderate in that moment. Bam, got him. Because he's also probably least expecting of the slap then.
I get what you're saying. If you feel free to use your own, but you can't use the other person. So you can do it.
Oh.
But this is what I said before about slap training. Why didn't you slap? I got too emotional in the moment. So then you work on managing your emotions in the moment, delivering the right slap.
Yeah, you want more slaps next year. You got to get on.
Yeah, you got to do it. You can do this. We believe in you. You can slap. It's in you. Yeah. See? We don't want to band-aid it. Like, we want to help the person.
All right.
Be confident slapper.
Does it have to be bare-handed slap?
You can wear a glove.
Can I wear a metal glove?
No.
What if I happened to be wearing a glove full of metal?
I'm gonna make this comment. I'm gonna offend some people. I'm gonna cut you off there. I'm gonna offend some people. Slapping someone with a glove on is like lifting weights with gloves on. It's just unnecessary. You should slap yourself. Give yourself a slap.
Use your own
I'll accept some people. If they have actual issues with their hands, like they have specific issues with their hands and they need gloves, okay? But don't wear gloves. Come on. In fact, I don't want the gloves at all. I want to see someone like go to a chalk bowl, very calmly chalk up their hands, take a deep breath, like they're going for like a 1RM, and walk over to someone and boom.
Okay, so we can chalk
No
our
gloves.
hands. We can wear gloves, not metal gloves.
You can wear gloves, but I'm going to judge you.
Could judge me.
I'm going to judge you, but you can't.
Really hard to slap. So next year you're going to be slapping people like this. Yeah. I think chalk just gives it that, a dramatic effect. Okay. What if someone's being inconsiderate a lot? Do we line them up? Like back in like pirate era where they put them on the gallows. Would we put them on the gallows and did they just get more slaps to start the year to put them in a state of reflection to be better?
I think it has to be in the moment. That's how it's teachable.
Okay.
Teachable moment right there. Stop them right there.
Slapping.
Depends on the person.
Okay, so let's say
I like how deeply you thought about this.
What if I'm inconsiderate and you're like, I'm not going to slap you now. I'm going to hold this slap. And in 100 days, I'm going to get you when you least expect it.
I like a plan.
Okay, so we could send them a link and it's going to count down. And it's like, be ready.
That's hilarious.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
2.5.
This is what I feel like you would do with your friends. Like, it's a silly slap. You just do it because you can.
It's How I Met Your Mother.
How like, how your mother? Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. I think I said 2.5.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Did you say 2.5 men before?
I did.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother.
It's a good TV series.
Yeah. Yeah. How I Met Your Mother. Maybe that's where it like was that seed was planted.
Yeah.
Maybe it was back then, and then it just came out sort of recently.
Well,
I
you know,
can't
there's
even
some
remember the
unworthy
conversation.
people.
Yeah. I just think people who talk out of line like that to others just haven't had that. Haven't been, I don't know whether it's like played physical sport or been in a fight. I don't think you should get into fights, but still, like they don't fear consequence, or they don't realize there could be a consequence from talking like that and mistreating people.
Yeah. What about if two people are fighting, like in sports, they get into a punch up? Technically, they're being inconsiderate, and one of them just opens their hand.
They're already fighting though. It won't matter.
Yeah, but that's a slap.
I don't think that counts as their slap. I think that's just them fighting.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it counts. Yeah. If they started fighting, I mean, they're already fighting. Yeah. Very funny. Imagine they just mix a slap in.
Chucking a slap there. All right. So that's
Yeah.
okay. All right. I've still got my slap.
Yeah. It's still
is there
good
any-
there. You know, you might have other issues because you started fighting someone in the street or in a sport. But, yeah.
Okay. So I've been bad. I've got lots of slaps. I might still only get one slap. Is there a redeem? And you may go, nah, you don't get slaps. Is there a way of, community service, redemption systems?
Redemption arc. I like it. Yeah. Don't get slapped. Stop being inconsiderate.
Next
You
year.
go from 20 to like 2, and the 2 was like maybe one where you were inconsiderate and one where it's like a friend that slapped you. That's redemption. I think that shows you're growing as a person. That's growth. We should give you your slap back.
But can I get 5 slaps then?
No, that's not crazy.
What if
crazy. You just got back to where you should be?
You now get 1. What about if like 20 people get together and they're like, we're gonna mess Carl up. It's not inconsiderate. We want to fuck with him.
Yeah, we can see that
every year.
20, well, imagine 20. Like, is this all at the same time?
Well, no, they've strategically planned. They want to mess me up. They don't want me having slaps because I'm a good slapper. So they've
good strategy.
They've strategically planned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got to put in a slap appeal. You got to appeal your case. You got to put your case forward to the slap panel, and we'll see.
How many are on the slap panel?
5.
Those 20 people.
Those 20.
Right.
No.
Slap panel. What are some of the questions the slap panel's going to ask?
Depends on the case.
How do you?
Why did these 20 people slap you, Carl?
But is it how the judges have the gavel? Is it just an open palm gavel? Like,
yeah, I think it should be like. What are those like hand things? Have you seen how they slap and they stick?
Oh, hand slap. Yep.
Yeah, those one of those just slapped like that. Order in the slap court. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so
this is a great daydream we're having.
So question number is how did you get slapped? Well, by the palm.
I think it's foolproof. I don't see an issue.
Well, five's a good number because there's always has to be a decision made.
I think the whole idea is foolproof. I don't see how this slap rule could go wrong. Look, maybe there's injury, potentially death, but I mean, that's all right. Injury
to make change. Okay.
Yeah.
Bear with me. So we've got the question of how did you get slapped? Why? Where? What other questions?
I think you just have to put your case forward.
Okay.
And then it's reviewed. This is why I got slapped. It all checks out. Okay, fair enough.
What if those 20 people, what if they're part of the slap appeal? Is there a, there can't be. There's a high court, there's a federal court, is there a high slap? There's the federal slap appeal.
No, they can't be part of that. They can't be part of that.
So there's only one appeal system. Well, you don't know.
Yeah. You do know. Someone on the panel can't slap you for that.
So people on the slap panel can't slap?
They would have to be honest.
Yeah,
they're sworn in by the slap Bible.
but it's an honestly good idea to just mess with Carl. It's like, I want to be that person that gets slapped by
It's a
Carl.
good tactic. It is a good tactic. You shouldn't put it out there.
And that's why
When I
there should
become
be,
president of the world, this didn't happen, and then
well,
you're
that's
gonna
why
get
you
slapped.
these slap appeal are smart people. That's why they was selected.
Yeah, look, there may be corruption. There may be corruption. We don't know. We'll have to see.
We have
We'll
to
cross
review
that
these
bridge and come
every
to
year.
it.
And what if
Yeah.
there was a corrupt?
We'll review them too.
What do we do to these people? Does everyone
Slap
get a
them.
free slap of that person, and like country just lines up and slaps them
Yeah, there has to be some sort of slap punishment for sure.
until they
Whole
bleed?
country lining up. That's a bit aggressive. Starts getting a bit aggressive now.
It's justice. Don't mess with the system, or you get slapped by 20. How many people in Australia now? Let's just do a
Like at
background.
least 30. Enough to hurt.
20 large-handed people. We're at 25.69 million in 2021.
Wow.
It's 2021. So that's a lot of slaps.
There's a lot of slaps. That is a lot of slaps.
There you go.
Slap roll.
Any
Slap roll.
other
Foolproof.
challenges? What if I'm wearing a suit that's covering my face?
Why is the suit covering your face?
The slappability of slapness on my face.
You're wearing a suit. Oh, okay, right. So you're wearing something to protect your face.
So I'm being in, like, I'm a biker. I've got my visor up. I'm being inconsiderate in that moment, and you slap me. They hit the helmet.
You have to take your helmet off eventually. You're saying in the moment?
But in that moment, I'm
Yeah.
offended by this person's inconsiderateness. So I go slap them. I slap their helmet.
Okay. I reckon if you slap their helmet, you would still rattle them quite well.
Correct.
You might hurt your hand more. It's up to you. You got to make the decision. Like, I can slap this person. It'll work, but I'm going to hurt my hand.
Okay.
Or
So it still counts as a slap.
bit of verbal abuse and then carry on with my day. Live to slap another day.
Live to slap another day. All right. So, okay. Interesting. Slap counts. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's my last question.
I'm loving it.
You know
the
those
question.
moments where you have dreams and you wake up and you're like, that person, that son of a... What if you have a dream about someone being inconsiderate and you wake up and you go to, you know what? I'm going to slap them. And then you go and slap them, though they're not inconsiderate. It's just the dream they were inconsiderate.
Yeah, it's not a good slap, but it happened.
Yeah. So technically, no, let's say I'm the person that slapped. I slap you, right? Because of my dream. In that moment, technically, I was being inconsiderate because I also didn't background check it. So it's a bad slap. Do I then next year lose my slap because that was a very bad slap?
I don't think you lose it. I don't think it was a very bad slap. It was a bad slap, but I don't think you lose it. Did you just lose me?
Okay, so you would accept being slapped?
Yeah. Would I accept it?
I'm going to slap you back.
No, I'd slap you back if I had one.
Yeah, I get Anthony to slap you.
It depends, though. I'd probably, if you slap me, I'd probably find it funny. I'd probably find it funny. Like, why just slap me? I think it'd be funny. I just think it'd be funny. It depends. Like, that's, I don't know if that's a bad. You miss slapped. I don't know. You gotta account for error. Error is normal. Yeah.
Slap people.
Animals.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends how well they're trained.
Yeah, exactly. So could I? What if I train my you train Scarlett to like get up on both paws and.
That'd be cute. She has slapped me before, to be fair.
See?
She has slapped me.
You were inconsiderate.
She's crafty.
So my dream is
little dog, that one. She's crafty. But she's more, I think she's more bitey than anything.
So.
Or she does this thing where she lifts up and then she pushes her paws into you. All that.
That's an attempt.
But that doesn't count. She's not a person.
Correct. So we could train animals to slap people on our behalf.
There's other rules around animals, right? Being aggressive.
Loophole. Clinic, animal slap training.
Wow.
Infinite slaps.
Wow. We're just printing money at this point with these ideas.
I have got it sorted.
Yeah, I like it.
What if I
What's
hit
the
you?
next one?
What if I hit you with a fly swatter? Because that's a slap.
No, that's a weapon.
It wasn't my hand.
No, that doesn't count as a slap.
It doesn't
That's
count
like
as a slap.
that's like outside the rules.
Okay.
There's consequence there. That's
I-
potential consequence.
Yeah, if you're
Although
getting
that'd be
slapped by a
hilarious.
fly swatter,
Can you imagine slapping someone with a fly swatter? That would suck too.
it would sound so good.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh,
Yeah, no way.
so
No
I
way.
can do it. So it does. I don't lose my slap.
Well, no, because it's outside the rules.
What do you mean
You can
outside?
do it. You can do it, but there's potential consequence,
Such as?
right? Or that's assault.
Yeah, but that's also being inconsiderate. So that person then slaps me and they lose their slap. I'm still a slap up.
You'll still slap up, but you could face charges for it because you're not within the rules of slapping with your hand.
Okay.
You've chosen to use the fly swatter, so there is consequence if the person wishes to pursue
So
it.
in conclusion, slap theory is not a theory in its own or a rule in its own. It still aligns with all other rules
Yes,
in the universe, and it is
exactly.
the only time that you could slap someone and not receive the physical assault. However, if you didn't have a slap and you slap someone, then that's assault.
That's assault.
Oh,
That's assault.
oh,
We're just policing bad behavior and attitude. We're
okay.
not breaking laws and trying to kill people.
Right.
Like your idea to slap the whole
Killing
country
people.
with a big hand. Your evil genius idea to slap the whole country in one go.
Hey, look, everyone's done something wrong once in their life, okay? Just
Yeah.
I'm looking to teach people to be better.
In one go.
In one
Teach
go.
everyone in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll remember
fair
it.
enough.
They'll
They
literally
will remember it.
slap will block out the
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah, the day Carl slapped the earth. It's got a good ring to it.
What? Okay. There's more coming to mind.
One question left, I think.
You're inconsiderate
Yeah.
and a fly lands on your cheek at the exact same time, and I go and I slap you, but I got the fly.
No, come on. You could just just brush the fly away. You wouldn't have to slap
Yeah,
the
with my
person.
thumb.
Yeah, no, that's your slap.
Oh,
That's a slap.
lame.
You're
What
trying to
about
look for loopholes. This is the problem. This is why you're going to get a lot of slaps. Because you're looking for loopholes. You shouldn't be looking for loopholes.
I'm
So
sure.
you're going to get slapped. You're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get the fly.
Correct.
Yeah, no. Not going to work, mate.
But now, George,
We're ready for people
have
like
been
you.
answered. All the questions have been answered. So now
Correct.
everyone's going to know. And no one can say I don't know. Because this is the training documentary.
Now
for
you
it.
know. Now you know. This is the intro to the training. That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're now done.
This is
We're
the
ready for the
documentary.
future.
It's going to be a much more pleasant future. Driving will be so much easier. Driving in Sydney is going to be much nicer. Much nicer experience.
Oh, can I get in a car, go 180 miles an hour, stick my hand
Miles.
out to slap the person?
Yes.
Enhance
100%.
the slap?
That's impressive.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. If you have a slap, drive-by slaps. Just go past them. That's actually smart because then they can't get you back because you're going to get away. It's a good getaway plan. I like the tactics.
What are they called? Jousting. Joust slap.
Oh, yeah. That definitely works.
Jousting
definitely
slaps.
That's just creative.
Two inconsiderate people battle it out using their one slap to take the other.
See, now it's turning into a sport.
Correct.
Yeah.
Clinic, animal training, sport.
Printing money.
Find the most inconsiderate people and make them fight it out.
Yeah.
The winner goes to jail because they have people.
You have no slaps. Begin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. I like it.
He's the most
I like it.
inconsiderate person, jail time.
Yep. I think it's a good move. I can see it. It's going to be a brighter, happier future for us all.
That's great. And there you have it. That is Table Talk of Slap Theory with George. So For any of those that are curious, when he becomes the president or prime minister, watch out. This is the documentary of that.
It's going to work. It's going to work.
George, it's been a pleasure. Until next time, when we'll actually do a real Q&A to get to know you and your services on a deeper level. This concludes the most interesting part, slut theory. Hey, thanks so much for joining the episode of Table Talk today. We hope you found some helpful tips and inspiration in staying healthy and fit, even with a busy schedule. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast. Stay tuned for our next conversation. Until then, keep prioritizing yourself, your health, your fitness, and we'll see you on the next Table Talk.